So this all starts about a week ago when your state controller, Kevin Lembo, has asked Governor Dan Malloy to explain why it withheld revenue estimates from his office last month that would show a $133 million deficit in the current budget, not a surplus. So immediately, the governor kind of tries to push back on that. But you and the Senate minority leader immediately call for budget hearings and restoring the controller's oversight. Can you explain what's going on? First of all, how can Kevin Lembo actually say, what the heck are you doing to me? How can I possibly decide if your budget is balanced if you're withholding information from me? And then number two, you guys come on the scene and say, listen, this is way out of line right now. Do I have this about right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so people understand just in a simple way. Once a month, the governor's budget office puts out numbers as to how much our revenues are, if there's a deficit, that kind of thing, to the state comptroller, who is an independently elected official. In August, the governor put out the numbers, governor's office, and they said there was likely not a deficit, but we won't know till after the election in November, which is problematic in and of itself, but we move into September, and on September 6th, the governor's office went to all the state agencies and said, listen, guys, we have a problem. We have a $133 million deficit. You better start figuring out how to cut. A week and a half later, on September 20th, for the monthly report that the governor's office gives the comptroller, he says, no, everything's good, rosy picture, no deficit. So explain to me how, between August 20th, September 6th, and September 20th, everything changed. Because it didn't, because they weren't accurate numbers. So Senator Fasano and I put out a statement, did a press conference with our members, and said, what the heck? What's going on here? And as usual, it's like Groundhog Day in that building. Every day, it's repetitive. I feel that the governor and the Democrats feel like if they say it enough times, it will be true. So he said, we don't hide budget numbers. That's not an answer to the question, number one. That's not an answer to the question.
No, it's
not an answer. The question is, why did you give one deficit number to the comptroller and one deficit number to your agency heads within 2 weeks of each other? And that's where we are. So we asked for hearings. The comptroller now has an obligation to say what he's doing, and he has a legal obligation to either certify that number, say, yes, I believe it's accurate, or not.
Well, now you are in the minority, so what are the chances you're going to get some kind of hearing on whether or not there's hanky-panky going on with the numbers over there, which we already know there are, but...
Right. I don't find that to be a likely result that we will get a hearing, but I think the fact that the people of the state of Connecticut deserve an answer as to what the numbers are. I've always said, I will tell you the truth whether I know you'll be happy with me or not, because if at the very least I don't tell you the truth, I have no business where I am.